Hello, I'm Manny Gonzales with Speaking of Stress, and I'd like to welcome you to my workshop that's a stress management workshop titled Three Keys to Survive a Mental Meltdown. Part of what I speak about is my book, Burn Your Bridges, Don't Look Back. And in this book, I encourage people to stop living in the past. Too often there's hurt, there's pain, there's so much in the past, guilt, shame, blame, that we carry on into today and tomorrow. And in my book and in my talks, I speak about living in the present, moving forward for tomorrow. It's vital that so much that happens in our life we hold on to, and it kind of drags us down like if we have a ball and chain holding us back. We need to be free of the past, especially the negative, hurtful, harmful past. It doesn't help you to be angry, to be upset, to be anxious over things that happened before. You cannot change that. It cannot be undone. However, you can do something about today and tomorrow. And one of the best ways to deal with this stress that just builds up and builds up and builds up is to find ways to balance our life, to make life more enjoyable, to be less crabby and cranky and such a sourpuss like some of us become at times. Oh my God, we all go through ups and downs. We have moods. We have so much that happens. And again, some of it is related to the past, particularly in psychotherapy, when you learn that a lot of our childhood behaviors, things that happened back then, are brought forward. So there's so many unresolved issues in life from our past, from our childhood, from experiences, so much. Oh my God, we're overwhelmed at times, and we don't even know why we're so stressed out, why we're so angry and upset. How do we make sense of life? How do we balance what's happening today? Particularly with all the fear and all the panic that people experience because these medical things that I don't even like talking about. Because quite frankly, a lot of it is fake news. It's false. Don't believe everything you see or hear. Nobody seems to know what the truth is. There's one person blaming this one and that one, and it's a continuous cycle of blaming, and there's no solution. Then you hear about what's going on in the cities. Vandalism, looting, rioting. Where in the heck are we headed? Not a good place. So what do we do with all this pent-up stress and rage and anger and unhappiness? Desperation. And you read about it where the suicide rate is increasing. I mean, the things we hear about every day, there's people taking their lives. If you read or study or look at research at suicide, it's an epidemic. Even little children, adults, the elderly, teenagers. It's horrible, completely, totally traumatic what happens in our society. If you're aware of what's happening, you need to consider what it is that you or we can do to make life less stressful, more enjoyable and pleasing. And with my book, Burn Your Bridges, that's really important to stop living in the past. And then with my 3 keys to survive a mental meltdown, this is kind of a focus on what we can do to, again, control and minimize that stress. And I've been through it. After 35 years of being a counselor and a therapist and a social worker, I've dealt with so many horrible situations, particularly suicide, violence, post-traumatic stress disorder. That stuff affects you. Workers, law enforcement, essential personnel, 911 responders, medical people. They go through so much, and they've got to push it down. You can't just wear your feelings on your sleeve. So what do? How can you deal with life if you're having financial problems? Many people out of work. There's bills, there's mouths to feed. There's creditors, there's mortgages. Oh my God, is there an end to it? There isn't an end to it. Let me tell you, it doesn't end. And it seems to be getting worse. But I bring you back to a good place. I'd like to bring you back to my 3 keys to survive a mental meltdown. And the first one is dealing with spiritual issues. Things that are not concrete, things that are unseen. The spirit. Those things are important. Your ethics, your values, your morals. What do you believe in? What is your purpose in life? Are you here just to die, as some say? We die and we die. Well, Christians believe a little differently. We believe there's an afterlife, that the soul continues. And as you look at what is it you believe spiritually, I trust God. I want to rely and depend on God to keep me going, to know that it's worthwhile. And it begins with love. We got to love others as we love ourselves. We got to forgive. And you don't do those things if you're not spiritually fit. You got to work on your spirit. How can you forgive? How can you love? How can you share? How can you have that morally uplifting life? How can you encourage others? So many people need it. That's what I do, try to encourage people. So begin to think about that. First key, attend to spiritual issues. Research shows that those that attend to spiritual issues live longer, are healthier, lower blood pressure. So think about it. Take time to address your spiritual issues. I don't tell you what to do and how to do it. However, I love reading my Bible and praying, going to church, worshiping and praising. However you can do that, it's important to begin to consider attending to your spiritual issues. That's my first key. My second key to avoid that mental meltdown is to develop a sense of humor. Smile, laugh, and the world laughs with you. Lighten up. Don't be so crabby and mean. Allow life to just go with the flow, to enjoy life. Tickle a child. Tell a joke. Watch comedy on TV. Sing in the shower. Do a little dancing. Oh my God, there's so much you can do to enjoy life. Go fishing, bowling, whatever it is that makes you feel good, you need to start doing more of it. To enjoy and laugh and be around people. And socializing is really important. Too often we isolate, we distance ourselves from others because of what we feel. However, they may be feeling the same way we're feeling. And what do? Everybody's going their separate ways. No, 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 no. We have to unite. We have to touch each other. We have to share. We have to encourage others, support each other. That's what this program is about. Supporting you, encouraging you, sharing with you these things that will help you minimize, reduce, and control stress, and lift your mood, make you feel better, get along with people. Besides attending to spiritual issues and developing a sense of humor, my third key is cultivating an attitude of gratitude, being thankful, appreciative. Somebody opens the door for you, say thank you. If you're at a restaurant, a waiter serves you, say thank you. Someone does you a favor, say thank you. Someone tells me I have a nice shirt, I say thank you. Somebody tells me, oh, you look like a captain. I had a little boy say that. I was walking through a restaurant, a little boy was with his mother, and he said, hey, that guy looks like a captain. His mother looked at me and I said, hey, thanks, I'm the captain. So I enjoy doing this. I love ocean themes. I love the nautical things. I dream and fantasize. I'm a ship captain. I enjoy it. Whatever it is that makes you feel good, do it. So I'm so thankful to be here, to be able to share with you that appreciating things is so important. When I worked at Children's Memorial Hospital, I saw some of the worst things in children. And I would ask the parents, how do you do it? What they would tell me is, look, Manny, this is where God has placed me. I do the best I can. And you know what they say? It could always be worse. I don't care what your situation is. It could be worse. I've known people that are in wheelchairs, that are totally disabled, that have a good sense of humor. I don't know how they do it, but they do. And I believe that they have a good spiritual base that helps them do that. I believe that they laugh because they do. So enjoy life, be thankful, and when you're appreciative, you know what happens? You develop what's called a positive attitude. Positive attitude, you're hopeful and you feel good about things. Positive attitude does not guarantee your success. However, a negative attitude guarantees you're going to fall. It's like I can say, hey, I can fly, I can fly, I can fly. That's a positive attitude. It ain't going to happen. I can say, I'm going to dunk a basketball. Never going to happen. So being positive, you got to be a little realistic. It's okay to dream and think, but being realistic doesn't hurt. So balance your life. Attend to spiritual issues. Laugh. Be appreciative. And as we see what's going on around us, we try to help each other. We try to encourage each other. We need to be together, not separated. So I'm looking forward to the day where things will be calmer, where things will be more balanced, where things will be under control. But until that happens, we have to work at helping each other, encouraging each other, thinking of what is good in our society and in our culture. We have to respect. My God, it seems like respect is out the window for authority. It seems that you don't know who to believe about anything anymore. That's why when you're founded on spiritual issues, my Bible tells me not to steal, not to lie, not to murder. Many things. The Ten Commandments are important. And again, love and forgiveness. As we struggle day to day, some around us are hurting. In the last several months, we've had several people pass away. They've died of these things that are naturally occurring. Old age, cancer, diabetes, strokes. Life goes on. There's ups and there's downs. We all have a final destination. And how can we expand that length of time? By enjoying it, taking time, play with our children, be around friends and family, have a nice dinner, go for a walk. I love walking. Everywhere I go, I walk and I greet people. See little children on bikes. Hey, that's a nice bike you got. Be sociable. Be friendly. Get out of yourself. Don't think about me. You ever been in a conversation where people just say, well, I this and I that. Oh my God, I don't want to hear it anymore. Communication involves a two-way process. I speak, you listen. You speak, I listen. We have to have that give and take. In relationships, look at your marriage. Look at your children, your grandchildren, your friends. Do you want to be around someone that dominates the conversation, or someone that's so anxious or so depressed or so mean and angry? I don't want to be around those people because you know what? It's contagious. That's why, again, laughing is contagious. Spiritual issues you can share with people. When you appreciate things, that's contagious too. So take a little time to consider my 3 keys to survive the mental meltdown. Remember, attend to spiritual issues, that sense of humor, and the attitude of gratitude, and work on that. Again, my name is Manny Gonzales. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to listen to my 3 keys to survive that mental meltdown. You can look me up on the internet, www.speakingofstress.com. You can look me up. My email is speakingofstress@gmail.com. I have this YouTube channel, and I try to share, and I'm going to share more of how life can be more enjoyable, more balanced, more rewarding. God bless you. I love you, and I forgive you if you speak about me badly. Your opinion counts no matter what it is. Thank you so much. God bless you. Love you.